Yo, what's up everybody? David here, back with another Madden 17 video. And like last week, we're gonna have Guntlet in the background, which please ignore the fucking footage because I play horribly. I'm gonna give you guys my week 10 picks and predictions, and that's my phone because I'm looking at the games right now on my phone. Week 10 picks and predictions. There are 4 teams not playing: the Raiders, the Bills, the Lions, and the Colts. My Raiders are going in 7-2 to the bye. I get a week off. Won't have a heart attack this week because I yell at every single game. But first game we're gonna talk about Thursday night's game, the Browns and the Ravens. To be honest, I didn't watch this game. I watched like the first half, then I went out. And after the first half, the Browns were up 7-6. And if you guys have me on Snapchat, by the way, go follow my Snapchat and all my other social medias, dgonzales18 for my Snapchat, and the rest are down in the description below. Thank you very much. I had mixed emotions about the Browns. I was like, man, I want to see the Browns win a game, but I also want to see them go 0-16. Like, it's mixed emotions. But the Ravens did come out on top, 28-7. Next game, Kansas City and Carolina. Carolina's on a bit of a hot streak. They're what, like two game win streak, 3 game win streak, or something like that, against the Kansas City Chiefs. And now this week they're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City's getting Alex Smith back though. I'm not sure if Drew Macklin's playing. I'm not sure if Spencer Ware's playing. I'm not sure if like their starters are playing. And right here, Carolina's on the hot streak. Kansas City, I'm going to be biased. I don't want any team in the AFC West to win personally, because if Kansas City wins this week, they do take the lead in the AFC West. So I'm saying Carolina wins. Houston versus Jacksonville. I'm going to have to give it to Houston. Jacksonville is just giving me no sign that they can compete right now, especially in the AFC South, but it is an AFC South divisional game. So any division game is going to be close in my opinion, so keep an eye out for that, because even though I say Houston, Jacksonville may fight for a win. Denver and New Orleans. Denver's coming off the loss in Oakland. New Orleans is coming off like a 3-game win streak. Denver, Aqib Talib is still out though, and I'm really not sure if they can beat New Orleans and their the aerial attack and that offense. But my gut, like I said, I don't want an AFC West team to win, but my gut right now is telling me that Denver is gonna win. Next game, Los Angeles and New York Jets. New York, I said New York was going to win last week. I said they were going to win, and they gave up a fucking kick return. A kick return. 2 in a row, I think it was. They got flagged on the kick return, let him return it again, and he took it back to the house, and that basically, it didn't ice the game. There was like 5 minutes left, but they couldn't get anything going, and New York's not giving me any confidence right now. Like, every week they're becoming the Chargers. Like, they're finding ways to drop games, like, in different, in ugly fashion. So I'm gonna have to give this to Los Angeles. They did fight and compete with the Panthers. They stuck with them the entire game. They only lost by like 3 points, I think it was. So Los Angeles, in my opinion, is coming out with the win. Next game, Atlanta and Philly. This one's hard for me. So Atlanta, they do have an amazing offense, but they do have a really bad defense. Carson Wentz, if he could get things going, I believe he could win. Carson Wentz, when they played the Cowboys, almost won. Then last week, I'm not sure who the fucking Eagles played last week. The Eagles played the Giants and almost beat the Giants too. You can't count them out of any single game. But Philadelphia's defense did not look very good, like their past defense, at least last week. Did not look very good against the Giants. I'm gonna have to go with Atlanta. I don't know if they could cover Julio and Mohamed Sanu, so Atlanta's getting the win for me. Chicago and Tampa Bay. Chicago did just beat the Vikings, didn't they? Chicago beat the Vikings, then went on bye. So they technically haven't lost in almost 3 weeks. 2 weeks. Chicago is playing Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's been playing really bad. They lost to what? Let's see. Tampa Bay lost to the obviously they beat themselves. Lost to the Falcons. Then they lost to the Raiders. And they've lost to... No, they beat the Niners, but everybody beats the Niners. So, they haven't really, fought. Like, they fight and fight, but they just end up beating themselves. And they haven't given, me, like I said, like a couple teams already said, they haven't given me a reason to choose them. And Chicago's coming off a really good win against the Vikings, so I'm gonna have to go with Chicago here. Green Bay and Tennessee. Green Bay, look at that beautiful hurdle, by the way, by Lamar Miller. I'm a fucking goat in this game. Green Bay and Tennessee. Right now, I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers, and even though Tennessee lost to the Chargers are not a bad team. They are not a bad team. I'm going to say Tennessee runs over Green Bay and gets the win. Minnesota versus Washington. I'm gonna take Minnesota to bounce back here. They're on a 3-game losing streak. I'm gonna take Minnesota to bounce back here against Washington. Miami and San Diego. I feel like Miami's just gonna keep doing what they're doing. They're gonna keep running. San Diego's defense isn't gonna be able to stop it. Miami doesn't really have to throw if they could get that run game established. So I'm gonna take Miami here. San Francisco and Arizona. You guys already know who I'm picking. It's Arizona. San Francisco ain't shit. Dallas and Pittsburgh. The way Pittsburgh plays last weekend, honestly, Ben Roethlisberger does not look healthy, and I feel like he isn't healthy. And everybody was out of sync, so I'm gonna have to take Dallas here. Seattle and New England. I'm gonna take Seattle in the rematch just because they're playing really, really well right now. And New England. You know, they gotta get stopped one of these weeks. I feel like Seattle's gonna be the one to do it. And Cincinnati and New York. I'm gonna take New York to beat Cincinnati just because they look really, really good. I'm gonna have them trying to catch up to Dallas. So you know they have that mentality that if they lose, they could fall behind in the NFC East. And so I'm gonna have New York Giants winning this week. And those are my picks. So like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week, and I'll catch you guys next time.